We people from Indonesia really know about Mr. Mahatma Gandhi. Actually, Mr. Mahatma Gandhi also being lectured by our education in Indonesia as well, because the value of this peace and the struggle to promote peace in the world is also well known in Indonesia. Because we share the same idea, Indonesia and peace as well, being promoting by Mr. Mahatma Gandhi, and it's also the same value like promoting peace with the Indonesian independence as well in 1945. Also share the common idea with Mr. Mahatma Gandhi. So basically, the colonialism is we can fight it with colonialism, with peace, with the value of helping people, not necessarily with the force, but basically yes, the peace is the foundation to make a better future, not only with between people of in India, but also in Indonesia, and also for the world. It's a noble to know the Mr. Mahatma Gandhi's thought to the peace and his values of. Well, it's wonderful to see the value of his. We are from Indonesia. Congratulate for this anniversary, for the 150th anniversary of the Mahatma Gandhi's, and our best wishes from Indonesia. Thank you.
Namaste. For me personally, Mahatma Gandhi is really, the example of how we can live our life in a more peaceful way and more respectful way. How we can respect everybody and how we can see, the soul, this divine essence in everybody and treat everybody equally. And this is really his message, not only message of tolerance, but the message of, for me personally, respecting this divine essence in every human being. Thank you.
My name is Libor Jančić. I'm the representative in the city parliament of Zagreb, and I'm really glad to have this opportunity to talk at this lecture about the 150th birthday of Mahatma Gandhi. In my short lecture, I put the parallel between our Croatian great politician, whose name is Stjepan Radic, and he was living in the same period as Mahatma Gandhi. And at one point in his life, he got a book called Mahatma Gandhi, which was written by French poet Roland Roland. And he was so pleased with that book, and he recognized the similarity in the fight of Indian people and Croatian peasants at that time. And he gave that to translate that book, to give it to the people who are leading his fight between the people and between the peasants. The similarity between Stjepan Radic and Gandhi was that he also tried to put his fight by non-violence. That the same thing as Gandhi, the Communist Party wanted the revolution, the other parties wanted to fight, and he was saying that the peasants has to unite, they has to have the land, and those who have land, who have work, they don't need to fight. They will make the change by their example. My parallel to the Mahatma Gandhi was that both Stjepan Radic and Mahatma Gandhi, they ended their life by assassination. But the difference between the culture of Indian culture and this Croatian culture is that in Indian culture, Mahatma is celebrated as a hero, as a father of the nation. He's more person to the peace, and nobody actually, when you spoke to the regular people on the street in Croatia, they don't know that Mahatma was assassinated. They know for what he's known by the things he was living. And when you ask people about our great person, Stjepan Radic, everybody knows that he was assassinated. And my parallel and think that our culture can learn from Indian culture, that we should celebrate our people as the heroes of peace, not as the martyrs of war. Thank you very much.
Well, okay, what I wanted to show is that there is a coherent philosophy behind Gandhi's political activity. So I was playing with two fundamental concepts, the concept of truth in politics and then the concept of love. And my point was that in today's world, you have an opposition between the idea of humanity and nationalism is destroying the idea of humanity. Gandhi didn't have that problem. He was a structural nationalist because India was under repressive British regime. So if you're defending your nation against the repressive regime, then you are a structural nationalist. However, because he had a concept of humanity which was based on the idea that every human being has a divine essence, then the national differences are, from his perspective, the lower level of existence. So he could at the same time be a structural nationalist and fundamentally see the other human being as fundamentally the same. So he doesn't have the idea, the liberal idea of equality. He has almost philosophical idea of human identity. So this is what I was saying.
Thank you very much for giving us this opportunity to remember Mahatma Gandhi. And I would like to say just that his great soul was just a reflection of a greatness of Indian soul, Atma, which is belonging to everyone in all the world, and he just expressed that. What is known is tradition of India. And I want to say another thing, that to me, he was not a man who with nationalism, but with patriotism, because it was necessary to overcome this English influence to the Indian culture.